Leverkusen's probable Bundesliga victory is being hailed as a greater accomplishment than Leicester City's historic Premier League success. Yes, following a convincing 3-0 victory over defending champions Bayern Munich, Leverkusen now leads the Bundesliga by 5 points and is unbeaten in Europe. Leverkusen has in fact transformed itself into one of Europe's greatest teams in just over a year, thanks to Xabi Alonso's leadership. So, how does Leverkusen's situation compare to Leicester City's historic Premier League win? You see, the Bundesliga's history of Bayern Munich domination emphasizes the importance of Leverkusen's potential victory. Prior to this season, Bayern had won 11 consecutive titles, making it nearly impossible for new teams to break their control on the league. Bayern Munich's dominance in the Bundesliga presents a big challenge for new teams, as the club has won 11 straight league titles and frequently acquires the finest players in the league, making it difficult for others to compete. What challenges do new teams face in the Bundesliga, particularly in challenging Bayern Munich's dominance? Even in difficult seasons, Bayern managed to secure the crown. Leverkusen's fast rise under Xabi Alonso is therefore astonishing. They currently lead the Bundesliga by 5 points and recently defeated Bayern Munich. If Leverkusen won the championship, it would be a significant shift in German football, given Bayern's usual dominance. So, coming on to the question, what would a Bundesliga title win under Xabi Alonso's leadership represent in terms of managerial achievement? Xabi Alonso's achievement in his first full season as a senior team manager contrasts with Claudio Ranieri's stint at Leicester City, when Ranieri, with his previous management experience, led the team to a surprise Premier League title victory. Despite his lack of managerial experience, Xabi Alonso has become a sought-after figure in football management, with Liverpool said to be interested in him as their next manager. His ability to bring a stop to Bayern's long reign would cement his reputation as one of the greatest managers of all time. Leverkusen's budget also contributes to their struggles, as they have fewer resources than other elite Bundesliga clubs. Leverkusen started the summer transfer window with a smaller budget, hoping to expand their team while adhering to financial fair play laws. Now, do you know Leverkusen's net spend in the last summer transfer window? And how did they achieve this despite significant incoming transfers? You see, despite investing $80 million on new acquisitions, they were able to balance their books by selling key players Moussa Diaby and Mitchell Bakker for $69.20 million. This astute approach resulted in a net spend of under $11.80 million, demonstrating Leverkusen's capacity to make significant additions while sticking to financial limits. In contrast, Leicester City's spending during the 2015-16 window, which was marked by inflated transfer fees, resulted in a substantially greater net spend of $40 million as they failed to sell players. In comparison, Leverkusen's financial management is extremely excellent, given their limited budget. All right, let me ask you guys this. Why is Leverkusen nicknamed Neverkusen? Well, there are some examples from their history that gave this nickname. Leverkusen has gained the nickname Neverkusen because of their history of close calls. They have finished second in the league 5 times and were famously denied the title on the final day of the 1999-2000 season due to goal differential. In addition, they missed out on a treble within a month of 2002. In 2009, a squad led by a teenage Toni Kroos went 24 games unbeaten before faltering, losing 5 of their final 10 games to finish 4th. Overcoming this past baggage and redefining the club's identity is a massive undertaking, as history frequently repeats itself in sports. If Leverkusen can rewrite history and establish themselves as champions, it will be a tremendous accomplishment with long-term consequences for the team. Unlike Leverkusen, Leicester City did not have to deal with the difficulty of losing players to international competitions during their title-winning season. Boniface, Leverkusen's top scorer, got injured and missed Nigeria's Africa Cup of Nations. Do you know which all players from Leverkusen participated in the Africa Cup of Nations, and how did their absence impact the team's performance? Leverkusen had more players called up to the tournament than any other Bundesliga team, including Edmund Tapsoba, Odilon Kosunu, and Amina Adli, who represented Ivory Coast. Despite these big absences, Leverkusen won all of their games during this period, with the exception of a goalless draw against Mönchengladbach at the end of January and their recent victory against Munich. This emphasizes the potential significance of their league win, which might eclipse Leicester's feat. Furthermore, both Leverkusen and Leicester have a similar story of battling relegation. Leicester's extraordinary rise from Championship club to Premier League champions is well documented, and it demonstrates the unexpected nature of sports. How did Leverkusen's fortunes change from being near relegation to title contenders within a year? And what role did Xabi Alonso play in this transformation? Similarly, Leverkusen was in despair just over a year ago, hovering at the bottom of the Bundesliga with an unclear future when Xabi Alonso was appointed. Despite being in the relegation zone after only 8 games last season, Alonso's timely arrival altered their fortunes, resulting in a 6th-place finish. This shift from the edge of despair to a revived team reflects Leicester's winning attitude during their historic title win. Coming on to former Germany player Robert Huth. Huth is a retired professional footballer who played defender. He is best remembered for his tenure in the Premier League, having played for Chelsea, Middlesbrough, and Leicester City. He was a key component in Leicester City's incredible Premier League title-winning campaign in the 2015-2016 season, forging a good defensive pairing with Wes Morgan. He told DW how teams should seize unforeseen opportunities. Leverkusen, led by Xabi Alonso, finds themselves in an unexpected Bundesliga title contest, which few predicted. Huth, a crucial component in Leicester City's 2016 Premier League victory, underlined the need of balancing the excitement of achieving success with the discipline to concentrate on the work at hand. So how does Huth describe the importance of balancing dreams of success with the reality of training and matches? You see, Huth believes that allowing oneself to fantasize about winning the trophy and experience the adoration of fans is critical. However, it is equally important to immediately return to the realities of training in future games. He adhered to a 24-hour rule, refreshing his attention regardless of previous outcomes. Huth also commended Leicester's personnel with keeping the team grounded, emphasizing the importance of physical therapists, fitness coaches, and other staff in controlling expectations and staying focused. What advice would Huth likely give to players in Leverkusen to maintain their focus and momentum in the Bundesliga title race? Team cohesion and bonding are essential, especially for Leverkusen, who are not only at the top of the league, but also unbeaten. Huth reflected on Leicester's trip, stating that their ability to remain at the top after reclaiming the lead on matchday 23 was critical. Leicester's experience demonstrates the importance of staying focused and consistent during a difficult season. In what ways does Huth highlight the importance of seizing the opportunity to compete for a championship? Even in defeat, Leicester stayed determined, which Robert Huth attributes to the team's excellent togetherness. He believes that developing such ties derives not from cliches, but rather from the club's leadership, notably the chairman's familial style. Bonding with players outside of football, little things like knowing your teammates' kids' names, and all that stuff, Huth remarked, emphasizing the importance of personal connections inside the squad. Another important factor is trust, since Claudio Ranieri trusted his players both on and off the field. Huth, known for his professional pride, says that watching his teammates succeed inspired him to do his best. This approach, he argues, frequently resulted in a chain reaction of enhanced performances from others. What role does trust play in maintaining a successful team dynamic, according to Huth? Leicester's success was largely due to their constant starting lineup, which remained the same for 13 games. Similarly, Leverkusen, led by Xabi Alonso, has used the same starting 11 10 times in 17 Bundesliga games this season, demonstrating a dependence on a core group of players. A small, injury-free core group was critical to Leicester's success, fostering both team togetherness and on-field performance. Huth emphasizes the value of familiarity in football, using his ability to predict his teammate Wes Morgan's moves as an example. Despite the contrasts in circumstances between Leicester and Leverkusen, such as avoiding injuries and adversity, both teams have fundamental characteristics of champions. Huth muses on the honor of contending for a title, emphasizing the significance of grabbing opportunities as they arrive. If Leverkusen wins the Bundesliga, which championship do you believe is more difficult to get between them and Leicester? Please let us know in the comments. If you loved the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure to enable bell alerts so you never miss out on any new information. See you next time, and goodbye.